It was a tough game. I thought through 4 innings, we were playing pretty good baseball outside of we left too many guys on base. We had the leadoff guy on base in the first 3 innings and just couldn't come up with that big hit. And you got to give South Carolina a lot of credit. Clark Schmidt was excellent. The balance in their lineup is really, really good. And in that 5th inning, we made a couple mistakes, and they made us pay, which really good teams do. And you got to give them a lot of credit. I don't know what we're going to do with Alex Destino, but we got to find a way to not put the ball anywhere near his bat because the guy can really, really hit. But they've got a really good lineup. They play good defensively, and Clark Schmidt was excellent. He competed really well on the mound for them and gave them a chance, and thought he was really, really good. So you got to give South Carolina a lot of credit. They outplayed us in all facets of the game, and they definitely deserve to win this game.
Coach, what positives can you take from the game tonight?
The positives were, early in the ball game, I thought we took some good swings. Again, we hit into a double play. We had some tough luck offensively, just couldn't come up with the big hit. And after that, like I said, in the big inning, it just snowballed on us. We made a couple errors. We couldn't execute pitches. We did not execute pitches well the second half of the game. We got to do a better job of that. But the biggest thing is we've got to find a way to minimize damage. And big inning baseball will get you beat. We got to minimize our damage when we make an error, we walk a guy, we give up a run. We got to stay relaxed, and we just got to keep competing. We can't let the frustration of being down by a couple runs affect us. And that's one thing that, we told the ball club, hey, just stay positive, stay confident, and keep competing, even when you're down by a couple runs, because you never know in the game of baseball. But, they made it tough on us tonight. Clark Schmidt was excellent. He pitched like a number one. The middle of their order is really, really good. They've got balance in the lineup, and they played really, really well.
How important was that catcher's interference in that inning, just sort of starting on the round?
Well, it snowballed on us for sure, and that was a big message, right there at the end when I talked to the team, is we can't let something like that affect us negatively. And, we had the catcher's interference, just tough luck, really. And, and then after that, we made a couple errors. We lost sight of the baseball on a double play ball. That was actually, I think, a pretty good throw from what I could tell. And, it just happened. And they did what good teams do. They took advantage of our mistakes. And you could see, their confidence over there. They became more aggressive at the plate once they got multiple guys on base. And they stepped up. And, some of our guys swung the bats well with runners in scoring position. And you got to give them a lot of credit. They definitely deserved it.
Was that the disappointing thing, was that you had those early opportunities, didn't take advantage of it, and they did theirs?
That was the biggest thing I was disappointed about. The two things that disappointed me the most was just we had those opportunities early and we didn't capitalize. You look at their first inning, we get 2 outs, and then it's base hit, single, double, single, and they score a run with 2 outs, and that's big. We had 2 guys on base and couldn't come up with anything, and that was the difference there early in the ball game. And then they blew it open in the middle there with a big inning just on a couple mistakes, but they capitalized. That was the difference between the two teams today, was they capitalized and with runners on base, and we didn't. And we got to find a way to play better tomorrow. Hopefully Clay will give us a great start. We've got plenty of options out of the bullpen, and we got to do everything we can to win the game tomorrow and take it back to Clemson on Game 3.
Do you feel like it was good to leave Charlie in there and kind of let him work out of the jam on his own?
Well, we wanted to leave Charlie in there just matchup-wise. They were going righty-lefty, righty-lefty, righty-lefty. And really, Charlie, I thought Charlie threw the ball well. Again, if we make a couple plays, behind him, and minimize the damage for him, the game probably doesn't get out of hand. But again, we didn't play very well. I thought they played really, really well, and they played better than we did. They deserve, to win the game based on how they played. We've got to do a better job of executing in all facets of the game tomorrow. But South Carolina was really good tonight.
Bonnie, what was it like coming back here on this side of the line?
Well, it's an intense environment. This is one of the toughest places in all of college baseball to play. I've been here a number of times as a head coach, and I've lost some games here, so I know what this, what kind of program they have, what kind of crowd they have. They had a great crowd here tonight. It was an electric atmosphere, and they played really, really well in a big game, and they deserve it.
Monty, I guess from a stuff standpoint, looking at Charlie, it seemed like his fastball had a little more velo than expected tonight. And also, he had a pretty good feel for his curveball. What did you kind of see from him stuff-wise tonight?
I thought his stuff looked pretty good. You know, Charlie's not a guy that's got a blazing fastball, but he can pitch in the mid to upper 80s. He's got 3 pitches. I thought he competed fine. I thought he pitched well. Again, you know, the 5th inning, you know, we had a couple errors and a couple things happened, and they capitalized on it. And, you know, his line doesn't look, you know, probably, it looks worse than it really is. I